I didn't cherry pick. I didn't say, oh, I want to go to 140 and I want to fight a guy that's a tune-up fight or somebody that's going to get me ready for this challenge. I just went up to 140. I said, let me get the Ring Magazine champion. Let's fight that guy. Let's fight the guy that's the guy. And all that more pressure stuff don't mean nothing. As long as I'm like locked in and I'm focused on what I'm supposed to be doing, nothing else matters around me. That 4-weight world champion, it means everything to me. That's me separating myself. A lot of these guys that they claim is the guys nowadays, none of them can say that they are a 4-weight world champion.
Today is chest, triceps, a little bit of shadow boxing with some weights, keep the ligaments and everything loose, a little bit of forearms to finish it off. Nothing too intense like others. We don't need that. Later today, we're gonna go boxing, but prior to that, we're gonna go recover. Go see Dr. Dennis in Miami Lakes. Head over there, go get readjusted.
Well, every day is a learning experience. So when he's in there, he's just focused, you know? And when I see him focus, every time I know that he has somebody, I always tell him, you already figured him out. You know, that's like letting him know, have fun.
Yo, listen up, because the East Coast is about to go straight bazooka. We're talking Newark versus Brooklyn, and the energy is purely electric. This isn't just some regular match. It's a moment for the history books that has the whole world tuning in. Shakur Stevenson is out here playing high-level chess, moving up to 140 pounds because he's chasing that 4-weight world champion status to separate himself from everyone else. He's not about that cherry-picking life or taking easy tune-up fights just to get ready. He went straight for the Ring Magazine champion because he's a dying breed of fighter who actually wants a real challenge. His camp is the definition of surgical precision, calm, structured, and deliberate, focusing on shadow boxing with weights to keep the ligaments loose and drilling triceps and forearms to maintain that elite snap. He's refining those tiny advantages that separate the great from the good, treating every session like a mental warfare drill. Shakur is even bringing in his brothers to spar, making sure his defense stays airtight so he doesn't get hit, while other partners are specifically instructed to mimic Teo's explosiveness, or even box cautiously to force Shakur to take the initiative. Looking back at that Williams-Zepeda fight, Shakur admits it was unconventional, and he had to get it out the mud against a guy throwing a million punches, but it proved he could thrive under extreme pressure. Now, he's hyped because fighting a boxer like Teo is actually fun for him. He doesn't have to deal with someone trying to wear him down physically. He can just do what he does best and play chess at the highest level. On the other side of the bridge, Teofimo Lopez is possessively obsessed with this game, and his energy is on another planet. His dad is out here boldly comparing him to Roy Jones Jr., saying Teo has that rare, unorthodox blend of speed, power, and creativity that you just can't teach. Teo is on a mission to show the world that Shakur's defense isn't as immaculate as the analysts claim. He's looking to expose the true flaws that nobody else can see and make Shakur go night-night with one of those explosive shots. But it's not just about the talk, the science is deep too. Teo is hitting up Dr. Dennis in Miami Lakes for some serious maintenance. All that bobbing and weaving in the ring puts extreme stress on the spine, so they're doing spinal decompression to get hydration back into his discs. It's all about optimizing his sports performance so his body can express its highest athletic potential without being physically limited by the wear and tear of camp. However, the streets and the analysts are totally divided on this one. Some critics are looking at Shakur's resume and saying it's not as deep as someone like Gervonta Tank Davis, who looks more special because he's a smaller guy producing monstrous power against giants. There's a fear among some that Shakur might just try to run and maintain distance instead of really pushing the action, which could turn the fight into a test of endurance rather than a real scrap. Max Kellerman even pointed out that Shakur has way more to lose here because he's protecting that undefeated image and technical reputation, whereas Teo can fight with total abandon because he's been the underdog before and has already tasted defeat.
I think Shakur, yeah, my first mind tells me Shakur. And I thought about it, yeah, I'm picking Shakur by decision, but because this is fighting, anything can happen, you can't count Teo out. So there is thoughts sometimes that cross my brain, like damn, what if Teo catch him like real good though? You know what I mean? And hurt him. Or what if he just out hustling? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot of shit that crossed my mind, but I still like Shakur for the dub. I like Shakur for the dub because he knows how to win. Like, he knows how to win. You know what I'm saying? And he's always prepared to win. So, and I think Shakur respects Teo to the point where he gonna train like he's never trained before, because this is a great fight for him. This is probably the best fight of his career up to date. Even though he's been in some great fights, this is probably the best opponent. You know what I mean? And Teo, same for Teo.
Experts like Greg Hackett are leaning toward a Shakur victory by decision because the man simply knows how to win and possesses a superior ring IQ and composure. But he warned us, this is a Magic versus Bird type of situation where anything can happen if Teo lands that one lucky, unpredictable shot. This is the kind of legendary clash, like Leonard versus Hearns, that we're going to be talking about for decades. So, what do you think? Is the defense too sharp, or is the power too much to handle? Drop your thoughts, because it's the Brooklyn way, and the West Coast better pull up too.